On this election night, there's a lot to break down about today's election results.
Let's bring in Political Brew host Phil Hirschkorn. Phil, what are your big takeaways tonight?
Well, Bailey and Brian, both ballot questions turned out to be blowouts, with question 1 for voter ID and absentee ballot restrictions losing badly, 60% to 40%, and question 2 for the red flag gun law winning easily. The winning side sweeping cities, Portland, Lewiston, Bangor, Augusta by a 2-to-1 margin and carrying rural northern towns as well. Let's recap where we are in the vote count at this hour. Question 1, with about 60% of the vote reported, stands at 61% no and 39% yes. This means Maine will not become the 37th state with the voter ID law. No government-issued ID card, driver's license, or passport required at the polls in the future. And those proposed rollbacks and limits on absentee voting are dead. The No Coalition called itself Save Absentee Voting, and that resonated in a state where 45% vote by absentee ballot. The campaign had more energy and volunteers knocking on doors as well. Question 2, with 60% of the vote reported, stands at 60% yes and 40% no, which means Maine's will have both a yellow flag law and a red flag law to confiscate guns from dangerous, threatening people. Yellow flag, which we've had for 5 years, where police take the lead, take someone into protective custody, subject them to a mental telehealth screening, and get a judge to sign off on the order. And now red flag, where families and households can start the process, go right to court themselves to get the order. Police came out against red flag in the closing week, saying they deal better with dangerous people in courts and are better handling these volatile situations from the beginning. Governor Janet Mills agreed with that. She signed the yellow flag law, but that side lost. The governor saying moments ago, "I sincerely hope this measure will strengthen public safety, as proponents have argued. My administration will work with law enforcement and the public to implement this law." One other significant referendum in Portland. City voters approving question A, a hike in the minimum wage from its current $15 an hour to $19 an hour over the next 3 years. 63% voted yes. So it will be $17 an hour next year, 2026, the same as New York City. Then $18 an hour in 2027, $19 an hour in 2028. That's $4 an hour higher than the state's current minimum wage, and will be one of the highest in the country, like cities of like Seattle and Denver and Washington, D.C. And Bailey and Brian, this will have ripple effects throughout the state. Many Portland owners oppose the move, but proponents argued successfully the hike is needed so more working people can afford to live in the city.
Phil Hirschkorn, thank you for the hard work tonight.